evening, it's Brian here at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this car here, which is the all-new Hyundai i20. Brian is my name. If there's any information you'd like on this particular car, please do give us a call. 086 843 1945. I'm trying to move the camera as slowly as possible because under these artificial lighting conditions the camera doesn't perform so well. So this car, as we were saying, is the updated version of the i20. So they've made some small little changes on the car and I think it looks really nice. This is what's called a Deluxe Plus. So just to refresh our memory very quickly, let's have a look at this one over here. So the main thing to bear in mind is that's a compressor that goes off every half an hour. Anyway, so if you have a look along the back of the car, this is the previous generation, and to be fair, they actually had quite nice tail lights on the rear, so just bear that in mind for a sec. What we're going to do is we're going to go over, look at that, Kona electric. Anyway, I'm moving away from what we're talking about. So these are the new tail lights. Look at that, 4 LEDs all the way across. So they're really funky looking. They look really nice. The rear bumper has also changed shape very slightly. So if you have a look, we'll say down along through here, and if you look at the previous model i20 over here, it actually had the number plate recessed down low. So if you look at your boot lid up there, then look at your number plate down there and your fog lights and stuff down low over here, this one has the number plate up higher. So it's got a more featured rear bumper along the back. So it makes a nice difference on the car. In terms of the size of the boot, because it is a facelift model, so everything remains similar. I'm going to have to open up the car to get in at that. One other cool thing that I'm finding as well here is when you lock the car, wing mirrors fold in, and when you unlock the car, wing mirrors fold back out. So anyway, let's get back in here for a sec. And again, these are all just small little changes, but they all kind of come together to make the package nicer overall. I'm just going to let the handbrake off, release the centre locking up here. So, round to the back again. Boot is always quite good in an i20 in fairness. You'll see yourself if you come to look at the car anyway. And then underneath through here, they always have a spare wheel. Doesn't sound like much, but a lot of manufacturers are getting rid of them. So quite useful. So just to remind yourself again, that is the nice new LED tail light on the back of the car. Similar shaped one last time over here, but just looking where the bumper, sorry, where the reg plate is, if we see now, it's much higher than it was before. Moving down the side of the car, they have these really nice diamond cut wheels, so you see the nice shiny reflective surface off them. Kind of reminds me of what used to be on Alfa Romeos years ago, and let's face it, they always made very nice cars. In terms of the rear of the car, as you'll see, it's got privacy glass on the rear. So rear windows over here, front windows. Privacy just gives it that nice kind of executive look overall. Seats are two-tone. You will have 3-point safety belts. I'm just going to open up the other door to try and get a little bit more light into the car. While I'm doing that, we are Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. We do brands like Hyundai and Mercedes and Honda, and we do after sales for Toyota and Lexus, and it's a family-run business in operation for almost 70 years. And if you come to the garage, please do ask for Brian. Or if you want to give me a call about anything, 086 843 1945. So quite nice two-tone interior. Isofix down here for child seats, Isofix on the other side, and then 3 head restraints, 1, 2, 3 in the back. Maybe this might allow us to get a bit more light into the inside. So 1, 2, 3 and through the back, and then everyone's got a 3-point safety belt overall. Moving around to the front of the car. So the front of the i20, I think it's, well, I would say it because I am going to be biased, but it's quite a chic looking car for this kind of size of car, and it's sold very well for us. So headlight structure we see in through there. Down through here we have the daytime running lamp, and then underneath that there you're going to have a front fog light. So a daytime running light there. When you go for front fogs, it's kind of counterintuitive when you think about it because they're so close together. However, remember, when your headlights turn on, the daytime running lights turn off. So that's when your fog light kicks in, if you need to use it in adverse weather conditions. Just looking at the grille on the front of the car, it has that big cascading grille on the front. In terms of the front, just bearing that in mind for a sec, this area here is different. However, let's just have a look at this other one over here for a sec. Kona EV, I'll be able to give you some details on that pretty soon. That one's just landed, so it's just getting inspected and charged up and all that kind of stuff as well, so hopefully a big long range on the car. This one's actually having the front bumper repaired, so I can't show you on that, but it's a very similar looking front bumper to the other one that went before, but this area here is a little bit fatter overall. And again, I really like those wheels actually. Quite stylish if you compare it to, and the other wheels in fairness were quite nice before. So if we look over here at this one, it has the diamond cut style wheel in a 16-inch wheel. Sorry, 15-inch wheel. Similar kind of finish, just a different shape overall. In terms of the front, one thing I did notice when I got into this car, okay, the usual things, electrics for windows and mirrors, and as we said, folding wing mirrors in through there. Over here, brightness of the dash and all that stuff. Red dials. I always thought the clocks were lovely in an i20. They're really big, really bright. They look quite nice, and obviously they're easy to use because of that. But I really like those big red dials. Sorry, the red, God, what are they called? The little red needles that come out. I think it's really stylish. But the big thing is, you got a big screen in the center. So the rear one that we've been looking at, so the car behind me over here, has parking sensors, whereas this one's got a big reverse camera. And basically it tells us what direction we're going. In this case it's pointing up the roof because the boot's open. But reverse camera is really, really handy. And then after that we have our information there for radio and all that stuff. And it does have things like Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and it's all touch and swipe. So very, very easy to use, very, very cool, very up to date. Air conditioning in through here. And then after that USB connectors down through there. Auto stop start when you pull up to a traffic light is going to try and save you some fuel. And up on the up on the steering wheel, which is a leather coated steering wheel, you have cruise control in through here with a speed limiter, and you also have Bluetooth, and it's also voice activated as well in through there once you have your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay going. So all very, very cool overall. So that's just a quick run through in the car. I just said I would show you because the car is only after being launched, and we've got a lot of i20 customers and they'll want to see the differences on it. If you are not familiar, well, okay, if you are familiar with the i20, this is definitely worth looking at because obviously it's a newer model. After that then it will come with nice things like warranty is going to be for 5 years, AA cover is going to be for 5 years, and then depending when you buy the car you'll have things like free servicing, lower APR rates and all that kind of stuff as well. If you're not familiar with the i20, this is a really good city car. They've been stupidly reliable for us. Really, really good cars, really reliable. They hold value well, and they seem to sell second hand really well. I mean, the 2-year-old ones that we took in, which is just an average kind of change up, they've really flown out of the place. You know, they've been very, very good news for us overall. So hopefully the car's of interest. If you want information for your travel, Brian's my name, 086 843 1945, or if you come to the garage in Kildare, just ask for Brian. Thank you for taking time to watch. Hopefully this i20 is of interest.